Let me ask you something. What if the smartest thing about you, your intelligence, is also the easiest way for someone to control you? What if the thing you trust the most is actually your greatest weakness?
Look, this isn't about your IQ score. It's about how that brilliant mind of yours can be turned into a cage. A cage with walls you can't see and a lock that, well, a lock that you built yourself. You think you're holding the key, but are you sure?
The master escape artist, Harry Houdini, he knew a secret about the human mind. He said the smarter someone is, the easier they are to fool. It sounds completely backward, doesn't it? But he was onto something big, and tonight we're going to find out what.
Okay, let's talk about the intelligence trap. We all have this basic assumption, right? Smart people make smart decisions. But what if that's just a complete and total lie? The scary truth is, a high IQ doesn't just fail to protect you from making huge mistakes, it can actually make you more likely to make them.
Yeah, this whole idea is called the intelligence trap. It's this bizarre paradox where you see certified geniuses, experts at the top of their fields, falling for the most obvious scams, believing the most absurd things, and making choices that are just plain dumb. So how on earth is that possible?
Here is the absolute key to understanding all of this. Intelligence and rationality, they are not the same thing. Not even close. Think of it like a car. Your intelligence, your IQ, that's the engine. It's the raw horsepower. But rationality, that's the person driving the car. And you can have a Formula One engine, but if the driver is reckless, you're not just going to get lost, you are going to crash and burn.
And this completely flips our whole idea of intelligence on its head. We think a faster brain is a better brain, but a faster brain can just get you to the wrong conclusion faster and with more conviction. It helps you build these elaborate, bulletproof justifications for why you're right even when you are dead wrong.
So, where does this fatal flaw come from? It all starts with a little glitch in our mental software, a bug that every single one of us has. But for highly intelligent people, that bug can be absolutely catastrophic. It's called the bias blind spot, and you know exactly what this feels like. It's when you see someone else being totally irrational or biased, and you think to yourself, wow, I would never do that. It's that deep down belief we all have that somehow we're the only objective one in the room.
Get this. In studies, over 85% of people believe they are less biased than the average person. Just think about that for a second. Mathematically, it's impossible. It means the vast majority of us are walking around in a comfortable little illusion of our own perfect judgment.
And here is the terrifying twist. Smart people don't just have this blind spot. Theirs is bigger. Why? Because they use their intelligence as a weapon against themselves. They're used to being right. So they construct these complex, airtight arguments for why they believe what they believe. They stop listening to advice because, hey, they trust their own powerful mind more than anyone else's. And this makes them the perfect target.
Now this blind spot of yours, it doesn't just sit there in a vacuum. Oh no, there are people out there who understand this flaw intuitively. They don't need to read the studies. For them, your mind is a hunting ground.
To a master manipulator, every single conversation, every interaction, it's a contest. It's a game where there can only be one winner. They are not looking for a connection with you. They are looking for an angle, an opening.
One predator described his method with chilling simplicity. First, I size you up. I figure out what you need. Then, I give it to you. This is where your intelligence becomes a weapon used against you. You see patterns, you make connections, you want to believe in the good in people. So when they fake that empathy, you accept it. Once your trust is gained, the trap is sprung. And then, it's payback time.
This is how they get you. You might notice little oddities, right? Gaps in their story or an emotion that doesn't quite ring true. But our amazing, intelligent, empathetic brains, they do the work for them. We fill in the blanks. We project our own humanity onto them, just assuming they must feel things the way we do. We give them the benefit of the doubt, and in doing so, we hand them the keys to our mind.
But listen, the predator out there, that's only half the battle. The greatest, most effective manipulator you will ever face isn't someone else. It's the war happening right now inside your own skull.
You've essentially got two brains fighting for the controls. You've got your rational brain, the calm, logical part, but deep inside you also have the emotional brain, your amygdala. Think of it like an ancient alarm system. It doesn't think, it doesn't reason, it just reacts. Its only mission is survival, using its only tools: fight, flight, or freeze.
And when you feel threatened or insulted or panicked, that ancient alarm system stages a full-on coup. It's called an amygdala hijack. Your emotional brain literally seizes control, slamming the brakes on all rational thought. Stress hormones flood your system, and just like that, logic is offline. You are no longer in command.
In these moments of high emotion, your effective IQ can temporarily drop by as much as 20 points. You don't just feel less intelligent, you are less intelligent. Your mind is no longer your own. You're running on pure, raw survival instinct.
This right here, this is the true enemy. It's why you can give a friend perfect, logical advice about their life, but you can't see the toxicity in your own. When it gets personal, when you feel threatened, your hot, emotional brain takes over, and in that state, you are completely, utterly vulnerable.
So how do you escape? How do you take back control from the hijackers, both the ones outside and the one inside? The answer isn't more intelligence, it's something far simpler and way more powerful.
The entire trap, all of it, exists in that tiny, fractional space between a trigger and your reaction. See, the smartest people often react the fastest. Their minds jump to conclusions, build justifications, and act, all in a fraction of a second. The trap is speed. The escape is stillness.
And here it is, the single most important skill you can learn to protect your own mind. Reacting is automatic. It's emotional. It's your ancient brain shouting, attack. But responding, that's conscious. It's the pause. It's the deep breath that brings your rational mind back online. It is the choice to be in control.
So the next time you feel it, that surge of anger, that flush of defensiveness, that urgent, burning need to be right, pause just for a second and ask yourself one question. Who is really in control here? Is it me or is it the trap? In that single moment of stillness, you'll find your answer and you will find your freedom.